All right, it's the almost the end of February. It's like February 25th, Saturday. So it's been about 6 weeks since Illinois passed the ridiculously unconstitutional and all around stupid gun registration law crap bans. So here we are. What are we doing, right? So about 4 weeks since the lawsuits started flying around, there's a lot of different lawsuits. There's a bunch in state court. There's a bunch in federal court. So how do you keep track of everything without spending 4 hours a night online looking up different stuff? One of the resources I've found is Greg Bishop. It's Bishop on Air. So he does a morning talk show on the radio down in Springfield. And so he's obviously plugged in with all the politicians and that sort of stuff down in that area. So he gets a lot of information, does a lot of research, and he's been following this stuff a lot. So he posts stuff on YouTube, and a lot of it is little, 5, 10, 20 minute clips. And some of it is, everything from, what's going on this year at the state fair, what's going on with taxes. This is about restaurant workers, basically anything going on in the state with the state legislature, stuff like that. But he's also been following this gun ban stuff pretty well. So if you're looking for information on what might be happening as far as different courts, what's going on, he's an awesome resource to check out. Another one to check out is Todd Vandermeide, Freedom's Steel on YouTube. Todd is involved in the FFLIL case, which is also part of the Aurora Sportsman's Club. That's a federal lawsuit. He is very tuned into this. He was a NRA contract lobbyist for quite a while, and he knows all the stuff that's going on, right? So he does a video every couple days with updates on what the heck's going on. So check out his channel, or like I said, Bishop on Air. They do great stuff, updating all that kind of stuff. If you're more interested in some of the legal aspects of some of these things, and you want to listen to what a lawyer has to say, uh, check out Washington Gun Law. This is William Kirk. He's the guy that does their videos. And he focuses on, obviously, he's in Washington State. So a lot of this stuff is things that are going on in Washington, Oregon, West Coast kind of stuff. But he also talks about things that are going on here. So here's one: when judges help disarm their citizens. I think this was talking about the case, the ruling that just happened with the Naperville case. He's done a few things. So basically, he gets kind of a kick out of this stuff because it's almost like these states are trying to one up each other. Like Illinois passes some stupid, ridiculous law, and then New York passes something even dumber, and then New Jersey passes something even dumber, right? So here's when a state government despises all of its citizens. There's Kwame Raoul and J.B. Pritzker. So he does a lot of legal stuff. He doesn't legal it up too much. He pretty much speaks English, so you can understand what he's talking about, even if you're not a lawyer. So that's a great resource if you want some actual legal information on some of these things. Another one is Mark Smith with the Four Boxes Diner. Here's actually one that just popped up. This is actually, I believe, the Vandermeide case in Cook County, I'm guessing. Judge upholds unconstitutional tax on firearms and ammo. I think that was the Vandermeide versus Cook County lawsuit that they just announced that was unconstitutional. Or I'm sorry, the judge said it was constitutional. So he goes into pretty detailed legal stuff about why things are or are not correct based on, the Constitution and stuff like that. So he covers stuff going on all over the country, but he also obviously covers some things that are going on here in Illinois and things of that nature. So if you want some more actual legal stuff, here's an Illinois one. He goes into real detail about why things are or are not legal based on the newest rulings and what's going on. Basically, everything really now is going through the lens of the NYSERPA case, right? So people are still, judges. We just saw the other day with this Naperville one, they're still using this interest balancing test to decide whether things are constitutional, which is not the way it's supposed to work anymore. So if you're looking to get updated on stuff like that, like I said, for information about just Illinois, Bishop on Air on YouTube, Freedom Steel on YouTube. If you're looking for legal stuff, some of it, is pertinent to Illinois. Some of it's just federal stuff. Washington Gun Law, Four Boxes Diner, those guys do a great job of explaining stuff. If you're looking to actually throw some money towards one of these organizations for one of these fights, we have FFLIL. So this is one of the federal cases. Right there, Federal Firearms Licensees of Illinois. You've got your Aurora Sportsman's Club. I believe they're working together on theirs. That's the one that Todd Vandermide's associated with, I believe. And you could donate right there. You also have the Second Amendment Law Center, 2ALC, I believe is that. Yep, Second Amendment Law Center. So if you wanted to make a donation to them, it's going to be down here. Take action. And they actually let you, if you want your donation to go to battles in certain states, certain place, you could click where you want it to go. You can make a donation to them. You got your Illinois State Rifle Association, of course. They're working on their stuff. Donate to them. If you want to get into the lawsuit from Tom DeVore, he is working on I guess it's a fourth? I think it's his fourth case. So he has a sign up here. It looks like he's got 3.5 days. This is February 25th of 2023. So it looks like you got 3 days left. If you want to get in on this, basically what you do is you contact him. It is a flat fee of $200. And you give him all your information. You will be a named plaintiff in one of these cases. And you will actually get a sheet of paper that says you are a participant in the temporary restraining order, which will give you the ability to go to a gun store who is also a participant in the temporary restraining order. And you can buy magazines for rifles that are over 10 rounds, magazines for pistols that are over 15. You could buy an AR or an AK or a gun that has any gun that is basically one of the banned guns. I just did the air quotes. I know you can't see it. One of the banned guns, you will be able to buy that sort of stuff. As long as you're dealing with another person or business that's also named in the temporary restraining order. So for $200, he puts you on the list, and he's rocking and rolling in the Illinois State Court. So he has his going on. There's also another one in the state court with Culkins. I believe they've been separated. Culkins is going to the Supreme Court sometime in March. I think DeVore said he's looking more like April or May because he's doing a lot of discovery. He's got a lot of subpoenas out there, gathering a lot of information. So if you're looking to get on his temporary restraining order to exempt you from these ridiculous rules and laws, you can do that for $200 flat fee. So that's one way that you can get involved. Like I said, you could donate to one of these lawsuits that's fighting in either the federal or state courts, or you can, get in on this temporary restraining order situation. And those are, that's not the end of it. Obviously, they're still going to go to a trial and, get some sort of decision out of that. And as far as the time frames are going on these, we are currently, I believe, looking at, I think it's April for, there we go. The Center Square. This is actually, this is Greg Bishop from Bishop on Air. This is one of his things. The Center Square is who he writes for. So here we are. We got 3 of the 4 state level cases are going to have a hearing on March 3rd. I know they just had one in the federal one. They had a Zoom meeting on Friday, the 23rd. Or was it 24th? 24th of February. So they have to have their stuff in by March 2nd and March 16th. And that has been set. Okay. So oral arguments in the federal case. Let me pop that up a little bigger. There we go. Oral arguments in the federal case will happen in East St. Louis at 1:30 p.m. on April 12th. So that's going to be for the federal cases. Those are going to be heard by Judge McGlynn. One interesting thing, I believe Judge McGlynn is the one that issued the order for the state to provide a list of every single item that is going to be banned by this law. So we're not talking just guns. We're talking magazines, parts like say like an extension tube for a like a pump, or not a pump, but like a semi-auto shotgun. Like if you have an extension tube to go from say 5 to 7 or something like that, those are banned, right? So anything that could be used to make something into an assault weapon is also banned under this law. So yeah, you're talking, a muzzle brake, a barrel shroud, a telescoping stock, pistol grip, right? All these things can be added to a regular gun to turn it into an assault weapon. And all those things are banned, right? So, I mean, essentially, like Todd Vandermeide was saying, he said, you might as well just give them a Brownells catalog and say, well, basically everything in here is banned. So they're looking to see all these things. And like I said, it's not just this gun, that gun. They have a list right now, they say, of 170, there we go, 170 semi-automatic firearms. But don't forget, part of this law says that the state police every year in October, I think it is, can add guns to the list, right? So, oh, we forgot this one. Oh, we forgot that one. We forgot these 438 other guns that need to be on the list, right? So we know it's not going to end at 170. That's ridiculous to think. So we're going to start getting some answers. They have to have their stuff in by March 2nd, March 16th. That'll give everybody a month to get ready for this oral arguments. April 12th on the federal cases. State cases, we're looking, I believe, I watched Tom DeVore the other day. He said he's looking at like April or May, hopefully. So he has a lot of subpoenas out there. He's doing a lot of discovery. And I believe the Calkins case is going actually to the state court quite a bit sooner. But those are essentially what we got going on right now. As not being involved in this other than donating money to it, I don't really have anything going on other than to wait and see what these lawyers come up with. But, there's lawyers from essentially all over the country and several different organizations working on this stuff. And it's being worked on from a state level and from a federal level. So unfortunately, those lawyers cost money, which, like I said, we have to, kind of shell some money out and stand up for ourselves at some point. And the unfortunate part is that the state essentially has unlimited funds because they just use our tax money. So whenever they need to hire another lawyer or a consultant, they take our freaking tax money and use it in court against us, which is, it's really something that rubs me the wrong way, but that's just the way it is. So that's where we're at right now, about 6 weeks after this ridiculousness started. We got another basically 6 weeks till April 12th for the federal hearings, and we'll see what happens on that front. I know there's going to be an appeal coming from the Naperville case, and let me see if I can find that one. I know there's going to be an appeal coming from that. that one because this judge that did this is the same judge, Judge Virginia Kendall. She's been overturned twice on gun-related cases. And those were the Ezell versus Chicago ones. So she has a horrible track record. She did interest balancing, which you're not allowed to do. But that's going to be coming up as well. So there's a lot of stuff in the works, a lot of things going on. It's just hard to keep track of everything. But if you check out Freedom Steel, Todd's channel, Bishop on Air, they're doing a real good job of keeping everything kind of consolidated into a digestible form so you can kind of keep track of what in the heck's going on.